Perfect. So we're back again. So we're hoping to get this all wrapped up by, I think it's going to end up being 7, and then we'll try and squeeze it so that we get all the prizes announced as soon as possible after that. Again, all times GMT. So we're moving on with the rest of the recorded videos. We're downloading the last of the Raleigh ones. So once we get that done, there'll be a brief pause while we sort of get those loaded up and finish those off. But again, hopefully get this all done by 7 p.m. Then as soon as possible after that, we'll get the prizes announced. So without further ado, I'm just going to go into the pitches.
Hello everyone, my name is Carlos, and with my classmates Marta and Jaime, we built up a team for competing in this TADHack contest. Now,
great, thank you.
Our team name is Smart Campus because we built up an application for developing new ideas in smart city sciences, and especially in our campus here in Madrid. And so, we're involved in a City of the Future. It's an initiative by the Technical University in Madrid. It's built up several projects in order to investigate in city sciences and in new ways of understanding any sort of functioning in cities. And so we've been working in our final projects with Professor Manuel Alvarez Campana in a platform for creating smart city projects that will try to allow us to understand the way cities work by trying to measure the way cities work. And by that we mean using sensors, that way you can see in the picture. And so basically using two kinds of sensors for environment and sensors for detecting Wi-Fi devices that will help us see where people are. And so with those kinds of sensors, which can be built with using Matrix's Tesla devices, Arduino devices, Intel's Galileo and Edison devices, and also Raspberry Pi that we've been using, we've built up a website where we can see all of the things that we've been measuring. So here's our start page. We have a map. It's a mock-up because we have some sensors, but they're not distributed geographically, but you can see how it would look like. We have some measurements that we have, like we can see the temperature that we're measuring in a room, how many people there are in that room, how long people are staying there, how many devices have been on in that particular place from the day, and we can see more accurate measurements for our Wi-Fi activity in the next site, where we can see 24-hour graphic evolution, where we can see what devices have been on, how long they've been staying in that area. For our environment sensors, we also have some measurements like how the temperature has been for the last 24 hours, humidity, light, noise. So our sensors are allowing us to see these data, and we are showing it here. Now for more advanced measurements, we have a private site that we're going to access. Now our plan is to allow for different kinds of privileges for users, so that more advanced users can see like this. We can see how all our sensors are working, how many of them are on or off, depending on the type of sensor. So we can see the environment sensors, for instance, how many of them are on or off, or how many Wi-Fi sensors are on. Now we can also see some more advanced data from each of the services that we have. For instance, we can see for each Wi-Fi sensor if it's on and off or off, its ID, which is its MAC address, and we can also see some specific data, and even so more advanced graphics. Like for this one, we can see a 24-hour evolution in our library here in this school. So you can see how people go to lunch and leave their place and now come back. Now, of course, at night nobody's there. and today people are coming back because probably tomorrow there's a big exam. And we can also access a sensor that we've installed right here where the hackathon takes place, and you can see how people yesterday were here developing and chatting. People left for the night, and then they came back this morning for the pitches that are taking place right now. For the environment sensors, we have the same features, so we can access each sensor separately, and we can also, well, that's an overview of our system, and I hope you liked it, and thank you very much for your time.
Good morning. This is Adrian Saiz, and I'm José Luis Zamorano. We have done a hack that is called augmented sightseeing, and it pretends to as the augmented reality, it pretends to enrich an standard service with context about with context around yourself. So we are proud of living in Madrid, and we would like to introduce the different things that anyone or a foreigner can do in Madrid. But to be honest, we are not very good talking about the things you can visit and you can watch in Madrid. So thinking about telco APIs, we thought, why not making an IVR phone service where you can press different numbers depending on what you would like to see. But as you can see, there are so many things to see that is not user-friendly to press 83 or to press 125 to know about Prado Museum or to know about Las Meninas. So that's a nightmare, and that's why we have designed our hack that is called augmented sightseeing. This is the architecture of augmented sightseeing. Basically, there is a call through the PSTN that we trigger thanks to RESTCOM API from Telestacks. And in the other side, there is a web session through internet that is open in a mobile web app. And we are going to sync both channels. And let's think about the demo. So for instance, you are on Museo del Prado, and you want to know about Las Meninas. And what you are going to do is you will introduce your phone number on a web app, and you will scan a QR code, and based on that recognition of the QR code, you are going to receive a call through the PSTN, and it will start to explain you about the Las Meninas painting. And if you keep on walking through the museum and you see another painting, you will just need to scan again the QR code, and the message of the current call that is on progress, it will be changed, and it will explain you about the other painting. And now let's going to do a demo to see that working. So Adrian has introduced the URL on his phone, and he's introducing now his phone number. And now he's going to scan the QR code, and let's think that this QR code is together Las Meninas painting. We have some problems with the light here. Now it works. It recognized the Las Meninas, and now it's receiving a call. It takes the call, and
Las Meninas in Spanish for the Maids of Honor is a 1656 painting by Diego Velázquez, the leading artist of the Spanish.
Okay, so it has started to talk about Las Meninas. Now let's think that you are moving to somewhere else and you want to scan another QR code, for instance a QR code of Puerta del Sol, and you scan again. And in that case, it will start to talk about Puerta del Sol. Okay. So now let's talk about the improvements that we have thought that we could have for this hack. Is saying the messages based on the language of the smartphones, saying the messages based on the position where you are, on the GPS, or saying the messages based on photo patterns. So you make a photo to whatever, and it will recognize the photo, and it starts to talk about that thing that you are watching. So that's all. Thank you very much. We hope it likes you. Thank you.
Hi, hello. I'm Carlos Torrenti, and here's my colleague Jaime Casero. This is the Play My Band hack we're going to present, which is a WebRTC multi-party video game using P2P communications with Telestack RESTCOMs. It's a fully native application using the Telestack RESTCOM platform for call setup and then exchanging data with WebRTC. Each of the parties in the game will send its data across the WebRTC data channel to the rest of the players, and each one of them will communicate through a mesh topology. This is an idea that can be used in a video game, but also in a different set of scenarios, such as e-learning, broadcasting of movies with subtitles using the data channel. So it's really a good idea that can be leveraged in other areas or in other use cases. We have used a bunch of technologies in here. Angular for the front end with Jade, HTML5, as I said, then Grunt and Bower for building and serving the pages, and also the Google Compute Engine to install Telestacks in there and RESTCOM. And now we're going to see a demo of this application, so I'm going to pass the mic to Jaime.
Yeah, the video game is very simple. It's a music song that is going to start. So Carlos, my colleague, is going to play the role as the host, and I'm going to join two additional players. Each player is going to play with one instrument. So, for example, Carlos is going to play with the guitar, and I'm going to join with the bass and the drums. You are going to see in a canvas HTML5 the notes of each instrument dropping down the screen, and the goal of the video game, of course, is to try to match, in this case with the keyboard keys, the notes at the proper time. And during this weekend, we have added the additional feature of video conference, so we can see all the players' faces and the sound as well. So let's start. Okay, so we can see that Carlos has started the hosting. I'm going to join with the bass. I hope you can see my screen. I'm going to join Carlos' game. Unfortunately, it takes some time to establish the call, but you will see how the states transition. I'm going to join also as the drums. It's very important in this hack that we have managed to establish a multi-party session with 3 players. So I'm going to join as well to the guitar game from drums. Okay, we can see that the bass has already joined to the session, and we are waiting for the drums. Once everybody's in the game, Carlos is going to press the start game as the host player, and the game is going to start. So let's wait just a few moments. Okay, we can see that everybody's in the. Yeah, go ahead, Carlos, please. Okay, we can see the notes dropping down. We can see the video with our faces. I'm going to send some notes from the bass. And you can see in Carlos' screen that it's very, very immediate. The latency is very low, and I can send also notes from the drums. And you see it in the top of the screen the global score. So if you match the note, the score increases, and I think that's all. Special thanks to someone that has helped us a lot with the hack, Carlos Verdes. Unfortunately, he was not able to assist. So cheers, hope you enjoy.
Hello, we are the Casavesoft team. We come here to extend our existing application, CS Academia, which is academic management software, and we want to build a customer relationship system related with the academic field. For this, we want to integrate a new channel of communication between our customer and the customers of our customers, the students, the teachers, or the parents of the school. So, my name is Carlos Bello, and he's my partner, Leonardo Quintero. To build our solution, we bring to our clients a software as a service, which is hosted in the cloud, and they can access through different devices, from a desktop, a mobile, or a tablet. So our client, for example, the director can select a list of phones and write a new SMS to send a bulk message to all the students of the school or all the teachers of the school. To send the SMS, we delegate to complexities of the process to the Tropo servers. And they translate this request to the final customers through the telecom service provider. We can send a message to teachers, parents, students, any worker of the school. We think that this functionality is good enough to our customers, and they will pay us for the new functionality, because the SMS sent through Tropo have a lower price than the SMS they can send using a common mobile phone. And even more, we can bring them the functionality to filter the list of phone numbers using different criteria, and use templates or fields to personalize the sent SMS. Our application is a web application with a backend developed in PHP and MySQL, supported by CodeIgniter framework. In the front end, we develop a SPA application supported by the Kendo UI framework and component. And of course, we use the Tropo REST API to send the SMS. We want to make a little demonstration. Is the interface of the system. You have a list of all the users which we can impact with the new SMS and use different criteria to send a message. For example, we have a different amount of templates. For example, if I want to send a message to all the students of a group and their teachers, I can select the template. If I don't want this name, I can rename the name, and I can filter, for example, all the teachers. I want to send an SMS to these two teachers and to a student for a group. For example, the group of childs, I want to include to this student in the message. This message, we can personalize or write anything, and finally send the message using the Tropo API from our web application. Now, we expect it's a demo, but we expect there is the message. So the intention is to translate it to production as soon as possible, because we think it's a very valuable feature for our application and for our clients. Thanks a lot for listening, and we expect that you value this new functionality and telecom feature as something valuable. Thanks.
Hello, my name is Jason Jimenez. I'm here in TADHack presenting my project that I have called Free Messages. What is Free Messages? It's a standard chat client, but some add-ons. I'm sure that you have used a client or messaging app like MSN, Skype, IRC, WhatsApp, Line, Telegram. Also, messaging is present in video games like Counter-Strike, World of Warcraft, or League of Legends. These kinds of programs or chat clients have a basic goal: give a communication channels between persons. The process of those programs are very complex, and also store all the data. What's the point of Free Messages? Free Messages is a standard client chat that allows you to get a standard chat room. You also can create a private chat room, or also you can create an anonymous chat room that allows you to communicate with other person without store any data on servers. The function is quite simple. We input our username, also with our password. And we should get a list of chat rooms. We could create a chat room, invite users, delete it. So let's create a chat room. We call it free. We doesn't have any message, and also we doesn't have any person there. We will look for our chat room, and we will invite some users. We will chat with them. And also, if I go to the mobile application, I could send any message to every person who has been invited to that chat room. The communication is real time with computer or any mobile operative system like iOS, Android, or Windows Phone. And that's it. It's only a chat client that allows you to configure as you desire, if you want it public or if you want it private. Also, you can use this client to get a local area chat. You could use Bluetooth to communicate with other persons who are near you and also want to chat. This is a quite resume of the functions of Free Messages. Also, we can use the mobile application. We can see it here how it works in Android. We go in. We look for our chat rooms, and also we go to the chat room that we have created a few minutes ago. We can see all the message. And always in real time. The communication is real time between computers and mobile clients. And that's it. That's the potential of free messages, a simple and lightweight client chat that allows everyone to chat with everyone.
Good morning. My name is Wen Zhang, and this is my teammate Andres Balagas. And our project is a web application. It is called Web Recording Machine because it's similar to the recording machine we used to have. Of course, it's much better than the old recording machine. And our application is based on LeetCode, which is an open source WebRTC communication platform. And here, I would like to give a user case about our application. Since A wants to talk with her friend B through a computer on which she doesn't want to install any chatting software. So, and also they're both busy at the same time with something else like jobs, movies. So, what kind of application can satisfy their needs? And I think it should be a web recording machine. And here are a few steps about how to use my application. The first one is A should launch a room and send the linkage to B, so B can use the linkage, get connected to the room. And A and B can leave recording messages to each other or have a real-time conversation. And when they are not busy anymore, so they can hit the different buttons to play the recordings privately or publicly. Say if there's a third person, like C, wants to join them, so he can use this linkage to connect to the room. After connecting to the room, he can click the load recording buttons to load messages, which is recorded before he came into the room, so he will not miss anything interesting or important. And there are three main features about our application. The first one is it's easy to use because users can talk and record their messages without install anything else. They just need to have Google Chrome. And because LeetCode is a WebRTC technologies, it's 100% compatible with the latest stable Google Chrome. And the second one is it has no recording limitation. The recording limitation always only depends on the server's disk space rather than on other factors like Chrome. So you can increase the limitation by increasing the server's disk space. And the third one is it has two playing modes. You can play it personal or broadcast the message. Say if many members in the room haven't heard the message, you can broadcast it, play it publicly. And if you do not want to bother others, you can play it for yourself, just personal. You can play it privately. And now I'd like to display our application demos. Here you can see here. It's already. I can close it first. And now I start the application. Here. Allow this. So now you can see we have two lists, user list and a recording list. Now I can enter my name here, like A. Sorry, I need to start this again. It's something wrong here. If I start this application again, now I use this, allow this, and now we have two lists. Enter the name, like A. So we can see A is here, and here is A's voice, so he can start to recording his message like start. So we have recording message 1 and stop. There are 2 buttons. You can play it privately or broadcast the recording message or play it personally like this. And if another person want to get into the room, he can use this linkage. Allow this, and then he is here. And then now he needs to enter his name like B. Okay. And now you can see user list AB is here. And since B just came in the room, there are message recorded before he came in, so he can load recordings like this, recording 1, and he can play it, broadcast the message like here. So here there is the recording, and this is 2. And now we can see here, it's also here. So when they try to stop broadcasting, he can play it privately, so only he can hear this. This is our application, and in the future we maybe will work on something not just recording your voice. I try to work on about something about your video, so it would have much more fun. So this is our whole project and our presentation. Thank you.
Ready? My name is Igor Pavlov. I'm co-founder and CTO of LightSpark. And what actually LightSpark is a video conference and events platform for businesses. And we have recently launched an extension for Chrome, which allows you to have some private and group text chats, create video meetings very easily. I'll show you in a second. But I'd like to tell what we did in previous TADHack. So at previous TADHack, we solved a problem. So when a person cannot attend a meeting via WebRTC, they can still accept a phone call. So we integrated with Epidays. But this time, we took Red Pill to see how the rabbit hole goes and integrated with metrics. So basically, if you're offline at LightSpark, you will receive SMS and will be able to answer by SMS in a conversation. And everything goes in real time. And I'm going to show you right now how it actually works. So this is the production live extension, LightSpark extension. You can see actually Alan is online. He's already using it. You can just type messages. You can arrange video meetings. Very easy. But this is a development extension integrated with metrics. And basically, I have 2 browsers here. So if I type a message to myself from a test user, like hello, for example, I receive it immediately as a notification, and I can see it in my browser here. Hello. But what happens if this browser goes offline? So this was a problem before, now it's not. So let's wait a little bit until I go offline. Come on. And I'm obviously unreachable at the moment. Yeah, if it was Skype, no one can reach me, but not anymore. So I just type hello and see what happens. I just received that SMS on my mobile phone right from the Chrome browser. Isn't it crazy? And I answer like, hi, with a lot of exclamation marks. And look what happens. In real time, I receive right in Chrome, right in my extension, this message. So let me quickly speak, very quickly, what was the actual hack. So the hack was not to replicate LightSpark channels on matrix rooms as recommended. Matthew, I'm really sorry for saying that. But we had to replicate to the channel per mobile phone user, which allows to avoid any additional logic built on the metrics side. So this is not how metrics should be used. I'm really sorry, but then why we're here? I mean, we had to hack. That's what we did, yeah? So basically, we just cannot wait for when Slack and Link and HipChat will work with metrics, so we will integrate with them. And that would be amazing. That's what we're waiting. So Matrix, yeah. So thank you. That's pretty much it. If you want to try the extension now, you can go to lightspark.com/instant. Thank you very much.
Okay. Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Roderick Hodgson. In one of my previous jobs, I worked for BBC Research and Development. And while I was there, I was made aware of the importance of maintaining anonymity for journalistic sources. Political dissidents, for instance, could place their family back home at peril if they were ever to be identified in a broadcast. So there are some solutions for that. You can anonymize when you're broadcasting the content, but the problem is some sources prefer maintaining their anonymity, I should practice saying that word, anonymity when they speak to a journalist directly. So what options do we have? Well, the problem is countries with human rights violations or other situations where you might have political dissidents do not necessarily have access to smartphones, but they do all have access to regular phones. So I thought, wouldn't it be great if a journalistic source could have a conversation with a journalist over PSTN and hide their anonymity whilst they're having that conversation. So that's what I did. I connected a SIP trunk to a Dialogic XMS instance, and that instance records the voice from the caller and applies my voice anonymization algorithm. Although despite my best efforts, I couldn't find a good voice anonymization algorithm online, so I ended up writing my own last night using scientific Python. And I couldn't get it running in real time. So unfortunately, at the moment, if I make a call, I leave a message for the journalist, and then they receive a call, and that message is played back to them. So let me show you what that looks like. So I've got a phone in my hand here, and I'm just calling a regular landline number, well, a special landline number, I suppose. So I'm doing that now. Okay. Hello, TADHack. Thank you for the opportunity to present. Today is a good day to be hacking. Okay, so we should receive a phone call from my volunteer.
Okay, so this is a normal mobile phone, and I'm going to get a phone call in a minute or two. And here it is. So I'll answer the phone call and put it on speaker.
Anonymized message. Please hold.
Hello, TADHack. Thank you for the opportunity to present. Today is a good day to be hacking.
There we go. So to prevent people using this for just making prank calls, recipients need to opt in to receiving calls through the system. And obviously, as I mentioned, in future work, the idea is to allow two-way conversation happening in real time. So yeah, that's the next step. Okay, thank you very much for your time.
Leslie Drury. Memory Chat is a brainchild of a train trip into the hackathon. I arrived here and then I started looking at technologies that are available. So let me explain to you what Memory Chat is. Memory Chat is designed for families that suffer with memory problems. Now, a lot of memory problems cause quite a few issues. So losing memory is very isolating. There's a fear of forgetting one's an embarrassment factor. So they don't like acknowledging that they've got issues. They feel trapped. You also have issues in dementia where you can't remember a person from yesterday, but you remember them from 20 years ago. You feel embarrassed to ask for help. But now, okay, so this is what I came up with. So there's a way to remember, ways to remember loved ones, special birthdays, and memories in general. And that's us. So the Mac Observer, there's a lot of studies done on it. It proves that people that are engaged with iPads, computers and all that actually retain their memory longer. There's also projects like Memory Lanes, which is certain memories trigger better memory management. So you might find that a person has a memory box, they'll go through certain things to start the morning, which actually gives them a platform to operate within the day. Okay. So this is how it works. So using a tablet or computer, which was quite a surprise to me, finding that the Android tablets work really well with this, saving me a lot of hassles of having to write a native application. We will then handle the relationships, histories, previous conversations, present, future, and past in an easy display and an easy way to stay in touch. So I'll just skip over all the stuff I've covered. So enough sales talk, let's get down to what the concept was. So using Dialogic platform, I was going to use the Assessian, but unfortunately I ran out of time. Right, so the concept is you make a video call. Now what would happen is you answer the phone, don't know who it is, or what we're talking about. So what the idea is that you can see what the last conversation was about, what the current conversation is about, and any future events that's coming up, so birthdays and stuff like that. Another key feature is introduction. So what this is the ability to inject a small video of introducing yourself to the person on the other side of the call. So a perfect example is a person taking photos and showing how they've aged over the last 10 years with a person with dementia. Okay. So where did we get to? Well, we have a WordPress plugin with a real, true POC styling. So big buttons and really interesting UI. With the aid of Vince, we managed to get video injection into it, proved the technologies can do it, added some really cool features to the SDK, and of course, true real-time debugging. Okay, what I wasn't able to do, Assessian presence. I'd love to have added facial recognition, event creation, and so much more, but 24 hours can only do so much. Okay, right, a quick demo. And I'm going to, I don't know how this is going to look, but we'll soon find out in a second. Right. So what we did is we've created an XMS extension that sits behind the XMS service from Dialogic. Now the reason I've done this in such a way is that you'll see I've put a bar at the bottom here to show you the operation of it running. So I just want to move that up a bit so you can see the bar. The idea is that you log in via any web browser. The WordPress plugin, not being the most proficient WordPress developer, it has true styling. So I just created a WordPress site, shoved it in. I've logged in. And this should, all things being equal, create a pretty picture for me. Oh, there I am. But this is where the true genius is down here. So not being a JavaScript developer, I wasn't sure how to do it. But effectively, we've taken the stream, divided it into sections. So what would happen is, if a user said, introduce me, what it does is it actually injects a video stream into the conversation. So they'll be able to see a whole history of what's happening. So what this does is it allows us to introduce yourself in a visual aspect, introduce yourself in a textual aspect with this ASEAN, and then showing it through a standard web browser. Now, as I said, this works very well on Android tablets. You may have noticed at the bottom here, as calls are being made, very easy to add logic to the XMS system. So if I hit the hang up button, you'll see that it does some creativity. At the bottom, you see it's running there. So that's real time. Right, that's the demo in a nutshell, very fast. Right, what do I have to thank? Dialogic, well, misspelled, Dialog, for cool SDK, a foray into forgotten languages. I haven't used JavaScript and Java Beans for ages, and patience of constant badgering. And that's it. Thanks, guys.
Okay, so I'm Matt Williams. During the week I work on a thing called Project Clearwater, which is an open source IMS core. And what I've done is I've continued my hack from a previous TADHack, which was building a gateway between Project Clearwater and Matrix. So just a quick bit of background. Project Clearwater is a massively scalable open source IMS core designed from the ground up to run in the cloud, and it speaks SIP. And Matrix is an open communication standard. It links communication islands, but it didn't speak SIP. So that's what I've done. So this is the architecture. So on the left, we've got the SIP-y side. So we've got Project Clearwater, a SIP client, and a SIP to WebSockets gateway. And then on the right, we've got Matrix stuff. And in the middle is the component that I've been working on. So this is, as I mentioned, this is a continuation of a hack. So the first phase was in April, where I implemented SIP to Matrix calling. So you could make a call from the SIP land into Matrix land. And what I've done during this hackathon, my goal was to do Matrix to SIP calling. Unfortunately, I didn't quite get that far, but I have kind of laid the groundwork for that. So what I've been working on is messaging. Because messaging flows are a little bit easier than calling flows. So you can now do SIP to Matrix messaging, and you can even do Matrix to SIP messaging, which is quite cool. The other thing I had wanted to do but didn't get around to was WebRTC media breakout using the Dialogic platform, but sadly I ran out of time. So a quick demo. Hopefully it's going to work, because I only got it vaguely working about 5 minutes before this. Oh, there's Oliver messaging me. That's probably broken my demo. Better just restart, just restart the process. So there is an issue that my demo locks up after one run. Yeah, so once that's restarted, that looks like it's healthy. Okay, so what I've got is, this is a SIP client. This is JS SIP, and it's registered with my IMS core. And this is Matrix, and this is me registered as miw@matrix.cwngv.com. And so this is the function I had from the last hackathon, where I can make a call like that. And I can then answer that call, and this is probably going to get massive feedback immediately. So I'll hang up quickly. But it did work. And then what I've done this time is I can now do chat, and that should appear on this side. You can see it's just appeared there, and I can then reply, which is the fancy bit. So what I've got there is I've got instant messaging coming from SIP, going through to Matrix, and then back again. And that's pretty much it. Some references for where you can get this stuff. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Pani. Well, I came here thinking that WebRTC is like nothing but WebSockets. It's like anything I did WebSockets, how hard is it going to be? Well, everything has changed. But I've been working on this idea where I want to have a solution where people who are traveling, or else if you do not have the exact communication medium, for example, you have either if you are a business traveler, so you're traveling and you want to be informed, or else you want to join a conference call. The current solutions are you have to either have a Skype installed on your phone, or else a specific set of tools, and even the conference solutions are very expensive. Because when I heard that at my office they've bought one conference solution which is about 10 grand, and it was not doing the job actually. So this one, I was looking for a distributed network where anyone can join the conference on a P2P network. So I'm having a conference, and a person who has video capabilities can chat with, can answer with video. Audio capabilities can answer with audio, SIP call, text SMS, and anything. It goes on. A small demo. But right now I wasn't able to actually get everything done. I already written a Twilio API where it was one-way messaging. It's like, yes, I'm not available, but I can send you messages. Or else I can receive messages through Twilio's phone number, which should be integrated each and every time when you create a conference. That was not a great solution. And it is the main thing it was missing is a web solution. So I thought I would use Matrix for conferencing platform. It has already chat applications. So I saw, and it doesn't have a conference capability. So if you have a Matrix, if you go to sorry. So this would be, well, if you have a conference room set up or a chat room with more than 2 people, it will not allow you because they have peer-to-peer WebRTC capabilities. But, and here you can see a big ugly button. It's a conference call. And what it does is, so this one integrates with Dialogic server, and it automatically creates a room for you. Well, this login button should not be here, but it should be automatic. But of course, yes, it should be ideally calling you, and I can actually show you. Well, I can show you my terminal, but actually, it creates a room with a matrix ID, which is a unique one. A conference call in their server, and actually waits for all the connections. So whenever any person who wants to join here can directly see that. That's a simple solution I made. That's how far I am right now. So hopefully I'll take this further soon. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Okay, should be fun. Okay, I'm Filippo Aiello, and what is that? What? Okay. Most of the learning platforms are for theoretical lessons, but what about practical activities where maybe you have, in this case, a professor that wants to show his face when he's talking to the students, and at the same time, like sharing the screen with the code and working, let's say, display how to set circuits on a breadboard, and also like showing in real time what it happens. So, like platforms like Skype or Hangout doesn't support really well these kind of activities. In this case, I focus on an e-learning platform to teach how to play music. And what I created is web music RTC. Now I show you the demo, or actually the product. Yeah. Okay, so this is a platform. Yeah, okay, it works. Where is the keyboard? Okay, yeah. Okay, perfect. The keyboard works for pitch detection, so meaning it's really sensitive. Even now that I'm talking, is like recognizing my voice as a sound, and but when I play it, for this, okay, this is a simple keyboard. So it's actually recognizing the note. And obviously, I mean, this is like the teacher, but in the case that, Peter, can you please open your connection? Where is my mouse? Here, yeah, okay, sorry. Okay, so when Peter produces a sound, anything? So, and I can do the same, and so, mouse, okay, so, oh. And what? So I mean, yes, we are like we are connected, and so in this case, let's say that this platform supports this kind of activities in order to teach how to play piano, and it works also on mobile. So if, for instance. Okay, the sound is really bad, but yes, it works also on mobile perfectly. Close it. Okay, sorry. Any question? No? Okay, thank you.
I'm afraid. Is he ready? Okay, good morning, good afternoon, everyone. So this is a showcase presentation from one of our partners, Apex Communications. Apex make a service creation environment, a service delivery platform used in IMS and IN networks worldwide with operators, essentially delivering network-based IVRs, conferencing servers, and other voice-based solutions. I'm sure we're all used to the hell of being stuck in an IVR where you're pressing digits and trying to get through to operators and you're 9 menus deep and you can't get back again. Well, Apex solution is what they call visual IVR, where where you link together a phone call with a smartphone to have a visual a link between the two, which enables you to navigate through services much more quickly. So I'll hand over now to Elum Vadat, who's the EVP of Apex, who's going to give a short presentation on their new service.
Hello TADHack, my name is Elham Vahdat, Executive Vice President of Apex Communications, and today I will be showcasing the OmniVox 3D Visual IVR using the Apple iPhone 6 Plus. Powered by the OmniVox 3D application server and the Dialogic Power Media XMS media server, OmniVox 3D Visual IVR seamlessly extends the capabilities of a voice-only IVR by transforming it into a collaborative, web-based voice and visuals mobile application for smartphones and tablets. According to John Medina, author of the New York Times best-selling book Brain Rules, sharing visual content during conversations can boost comprehension and recall up to 600%. Yes, that is 600% by simply extending self-service voice calls to enable a simultaneous visual interaction. A few quick technical highlights of the OmniVox 3D Visual IVR includes the use of XSocket's WebSocket service to interact with JavaScript. Apex also provides a simple-to-use JavaScript API, empowering developers to enable their visual pages to interact with voice calls. And finally, Apex provides HTML5 templates for developers to use in building their own visual pages, complete with mobile and desktop style sheets, leaving the developer to focus on content. Now, let's go ahead and start the OmniVox 3D Visual IVR demonstration. As you will see, once the call is placed to OmniVox 3D from either a smartphone or a tablet, a text message with a link is sent to the caller, giving them the option to engage Visual IVR.
Thank you for calling the Apex Visual IVR demo line. If you are calling from a smartphone, you will be receiving a text in a moment with a link to the visual portion of this call. Just click on the link and this call will continue.
Once the link has been selected, a web page is opened, enabling the visual portion of the call to begin.
At this point, you can mix and match traditional IVR with visual prompting. The visual portion can choose what menu to take next or to collect data needed for the call.
One of the key benefits of the OmniVox 3D Visual IVR is that all of the options available to the caller are presented at once, unlike traditional voice-only IVR, where the caller hears one option at a time. I will first select account information, which not only plays back the balance, but shows the balance and automatically verifies the ANI and brings back the customer name.
Your balance is
$59.40.
Next, I will select product information, and when I choose option 2, it takes me directly to a PDF.
Product information. Please click on the following links to obtain more information about the Apex products. Note that an option may be set up where the call can remain established during the navigation of an external site, or may be terminated once a selection is made.
This can also be set up where OmniVox 3D sends me a text with a link to the PDF. As noted before, the OmniVox 3D Visual IVR can be set up where the call can remain established during the navigation of an external site, or the call can be terminated once the external site is opened. Another key benefit of the OmniVox 3D Visual IVR is its ability to collect complex alphanumeric data which can easily and quickly be entered.
Please enter the requested information on your screen.
Here I will enter the alphanumeric case number, followed by the phone number.
Your case number is
ETY4685.
And finally, sharing videos via video streaming is another option with OmniVox 3D. An ideal use for this would be providing how-to videos or other types of tutorials. Before we end, I want to remind everyone that everything you saw in this demo was web-based and not a video call.
Thank you for using the Apex Visual IVR demo.
And thank you to everyone at TADHack for watching the OmniVox 3D Visual IVR demonstration.
Okay, thanks a lot for watching.
So my name is Abed Arnaud, and my project name is Before Next Generation 911. Technologies or APIs used are telestacks and bandwidth. Just a little intro, and this is important. So in a recent poll in the United States, 52% of the participants believe that they could text 911 for their emergencies. And they have the right to think so, because what if you're like a deaf person, or you're in a situation where you can't talk and there's like murder at home or something? It makes so much sense to be able to text 911, and the reality is you can do that, but in a very few areas, indeed like 10% in the United States only. And however, the future technology exists, and there is all those kind of features, text, video, and all that crazy stuff you can do, but it's not here yet because you need to replace the infrastructure in order to prepare for this new technology, and it's very, very expensive. So when is it gonna hit every single city and county and state? Nobody knows. 10 years, 20 years, whatever. So here comes my app, which is Before Next Generation 911. And what this app would do is it'll enable you to text 911 without any changes introduced on the network. So how that works, so usually when you text 911 and they don't know where to send your message to, they bounce it back to you. And in this scenario, we're gonna, instead of bouncing the message back, we're gonna ask carriers to send it to the cloud, telestacks, telestacks API, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna initiate call to 911 from the cloud and convert the text to speech so the dispatcher can take his regular call just as any 911 emergency call without any changes, and then he can talk back and then send this to the cloud through that regular voice call, and then in there we can convert that voice into text and send it back to the emergency caller. And we're gonna show a little demonstration for this right now. So I'm gonna be the 911 center here because we're not gonna disturb 911 today, and she's gonna be my emergency caller. So what she's gonna do is she's gonna try to text 911, but instead of 911, we're having a unique number designated for this. So let me show them that. So she's trying to text this unique number. Go ahead and shoot send. And this is my phone, which is 911. Okay. So we'll take the call.
An emergency text message. The message is, I am John Doe. I have an emergency at 3340 South Dearborn Street, Chicago, Illinois 60616. I cannot talk. My friend is having a seizure. We need an ambulance. End of message. The message again is, I am John Doe. I have an emergency at 3340 South Dearborn Street, Chicago, Illinois 60616. I cannot talk. My friend is having a seizure. We need an ambulance. End of message. Please say something back.
We got your request. We're sending someone over. Then I hang up, and then she's gonna get the text, hopefully, because the network is not acting very well. But we'll give it a few seconds. She doesn't get it. It's a network issue. That's cool. Anyway, so did you get it? That's okay. So she will get it. I have videotape just as proof of concept, and she does get it. We did that yesterday when it was not as busy as now. But anyway, so that's it. Simple, intuitive solution. Yet it solves a big issue, and it can save the life of a person who can't simply wait a few years until the next generation 911 comes and gets implemented. Thank you.
So good morning, friends. My name is Kashyap and he's Naveen. So we created an application called Inter-EView for this hackathon, and we use the following technologies. The two technologies like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript are just web development technologies, and Parse is the cloud-based tool which we use, and Forge for the VoIP and the other protocols which were useful for building this application. And so the greatest problem with any company and any student in the current day scenario is the interviews and scheduling the interviews. With large number of companies and a lot of people waiting in the queue for interviews, it becomes a big headache for even employees and employees to schedule an interview, and also to manage those things and to get a very good result or a very good feedback for the interview being scheduled. And the interviews being scheduled are not in accordance with the. There is always a problem in this thing. So what we have done here is we have decided a system in such a way that the interviews can be scheduled by the employers to the employees through an online basis, so that, and the interviews can be done through online, like e-interview here. So that's what we have created here, and we like to show a demo here.
This is the main page. We have a video pitches.teadhack.com, so anyone can log into this, and the login credentials. So one can be an interviewer and other can see an interviewer. This user ID and password we got temporarily from the Forge. Yes. So I have launched. So either I should invite him or he can invite me.
Okay. So the employer will be the host and the employee will be the recipient. So the host will be sending a request to the recipient, and in this case. So what I get here is the
So I can see his face and he can see my face.
Okay, so
and through video enabled interview can be done, and we can send the messages from here. So we can
and apart from this application, there is a scheduler, so we can schedule an interview to the employee in such a way that either of the person can reschedule the date. So depending on his or her convenience. So this enables both beneficial to the employer and the employee, and at the same time, these kind of both video and audio, video chatting, and also as well as the text-based communication will enable you to increase the answering potential or the other potential which is not actually present in the phone interview or the normal video interview. So these kind of interviews will enhance.
Yeah, now it enables both. We have video as well as we can send messages like that. So whatever the question he wants to give, we can type it and give it. He can type and it will come to me.
Yeah, and at the same time,
so it can be like that.
Questions can be transferred, and at the same time we have used a Parse-based cloud. So what it does is it helps in scheduling the calendar dates and scheduling the interview dates for the people, and any person having an account in this application can log in and check which companies have scheduled the interview, and he can arrange it based on his convenience. So that's what we have developed. So we are not completely developed that Parse application. So we have done up to this part. So we are to take it to the next level. We are just working on the backend server of it. So this is the application.
Cool, thank you. 1 second.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Chetan, and I'm here to give a demonstration on one of the web application. Its name is Connect Me, and basically this web. What is Connect Me is it's a web application which is built on the Node.js framework, and which allows the people of the similar interest to join the chat room and communicate and share the ideas. People like to chat on different ideas of their liking. So what I actually thought was, to have a chat service for separate fields, like either it's spirituality or technology, finance, education. If they don't have anything in their mind, they can enter the general chat room. For developing this application, I have used Forge by Accession simple web authentication API, and I've used the Twitter Bootstrap, and I've used the Node.js framework, also a jQuery plugin. Let's see the demo, how it works. As I told, I've used the Forge by Accession's web authentication. So initially the user has to enter his username and the password, which I've already entered. And once he submits the various fields which of his liking is going to be, the various fields where he's interested to chat is listed, and he can select any of the fields of his interest. Suppose I'm selecting the spirituality for the example, and on selecting he has to write his name, and he can join the chat room. So now here it lists the connected users. So he has to wait for the other person to join, and suppose another person is also going to enter this chat room. Again, on Forge by Accession authentication, the other person's username is going to be authenticated. Suppose, for example, his password is wrong or something. I've also used the warning message to be enabled, and let's connect the password. So now he is properly authenticated. So the person enters the spirituality chat room, and where his name is, for example, Ted, and he can see who's all connected for that particular chat room, and he can start chatting with that particular person. Now he can see the message which is being sent by the other person, and where he can also shoot a thumbs up message. It's kind of a smiley, which, and so this is basically the idea is whoever is interested, like on that particular field, they can enter that particular chat room and share their ideas. And that's pretty much. And once the user is disconnected, you can see whoever has left the chat service, that message is being will be displayed in the screen. And I would like to opportunity. And yeah, thank you very much.
My name is Itor, and this is.
And I'm Said.
We're here to present.
Calibrate.
Okay. The collaboration is with Forge by ASEAN. Okay, so the idea of our project is to present a collaborative tool, specifically, well, for now, for software developers. It's divided into 3 parts. The first part was trying to get the UI to look good. And so we use, it's something by Google, it's called Polymer. Then the second part was trying to get the editor to be in sync, right? So that if I'm writing a function, okay, I wish I could type here. Okay. Oh, I could type here. As I type, it works. So we could share. The good thing is we use an open source project called FirePar, which is some form of WebRTC, but it's not video. It uses Firebase on the back end, and it's also by Google. And then the last part was trying to incorporate the video. And so the goal is that we could share one screen and code together and see ourselves. Where we found this useful is with interviews. Most times you do a Skype call and then you have to go to a coding website, right? And then you might have to minimize your Skype screen and then start coding, or you might have a telephonic interview and then you have to put your phone here and then start writing code. And so this kind of solves that issue where we do a one-on-one screen, and then we type the code, and then we both see what we're doing, and we give feedbacks and comments. So we did the hard part, and the part where we struggled with was trying to get the video chat to work. Currently, we're facing some technical issues. We try to make the video chat work, but after a while, it just stops abruptly. So that's the challenge. In conclusion, that's our project.
Thank you. Yeah.
My name is Norman Montgomery. I'm with Neighborhood Development Services. The name of my hack, if you'll pardon the expression, is called Take Me There. Take Me There is a small app. We started out very simply. And to clear one hurdle out of the way, the development tools being used are a dev program or a dev platform called Apri.io. That is what I'm building the frame in. The communications are being handled with Tropos. The hack is currently to add what you see at the top of the button here, which is called Traveler's Aid. I don't have a good name for it, and I currently don't have a target. I'm just putting it out there to A911, but it's specifically intended for individuals who are traveling. I did a substantial amount of traveling in my past, and having a device that I could enable that on was very attractive to me. And in doing tourism work in the community, it was very attractive to them as well. The app is broken into 3 pieces. The first is the start screen. It's standard geolocation stuff. You can type in a destination, say, let's just say St. Louis. I know I can't spell.
I got it anyway.
The benefits of Google. They do sort through your minor errors. But in essence, the The second step is a where am I, or that's the current button. So if you're wandering around in the streets and you don't know where you are, you just kind of hit the button and it resolves you to where you are. And not only does it resolve you, but if you go to satellite view, you can also drill down and you can see that we're right here at IIT. So this much is in place with the hack, and my conversations with Warren yesterday, we chose to add the Traveler's Aid button. We moved a directions button to the front page so that in essence you wouldn't have to go past the front page if you wanted from two directions. So you could type in a to location in the top, hit current, hit directions, and you would have directions to where you were going, in essence, but that's just page one. Page two is the community function. And on page two from the hack yesterday, in speaking with Warren, we added a call button, as you suggested. And this is merely a rotation, draws from list services on the web and the cloud, and it displays the various locations on the south side. Currently, we're targeted in Bronzeville and all that kind of stuff. And it displays locations that are actually in the community. As we work with more vendors, as we work with more people, we add more people to the list. At the top, you see the name, addresses, and phone numbers. And unfortunately, I was not able to make much headway on the directions page. But the directions page is where we begin to look at taking the output. If you'll notice on the locations page, there was a button up here at the top, right here. Technically, what I'm getting that button to do is to geolocate you where you are, take the address that is displayed on the screen, and just give you a set of directions going to where you want to go. The call button is up on the app, so that if you want to call and make a reservation like we discussed yesterday, you would hit it. The goal is to get it to read the phone number in the lower box. Sorry. In essence, it's merely a handling app for touring the community if you're a solo tourist. And we think it has a lot of potential. I'm sorry if I ran over. No. Thank you for your time. Thank you.
Hello there, it's Fatih Dumanlı. I am a second year computer science program, a second year student in the computer science program right now. I'm a Microsoft partner right now. We will introduce a project that helps people make their coffee processing more easily.
And this is Bartu Bakayaman. I'm a third year electrical and electronics engineering student. And this is our mobile application, Windows Phone application. And my friend is going to give an order here. And right now, yes. And it is going to the cloud. And Edison is checking the cloud and then reading the cloud. And after that, Edison is controlling the coffee machine. And the coffee machine is starting to making a coffee, and it is taking some time to heating up. And as you see, it is just started. And here is our application. By the way, I will be telling you that we have graphs, shows weekly, monthly, and daily data. In this month, there is no data because we just started making coffee today. And this is June. Yeah, this is June. Yeah. June. And this is the week, and right now, as you see, we are having our coffee, and when it is done, we are going to have a push notification to our mobile application, and it is going to let us know that the coffee has completed.
The coffee making process is complete. Yes.
Here you see there is a push notification, and Edison just closed the relay.
How do you sense it's completed?
We put we put timing. We consider like it is just one shot of espresso, and we think like it is 55 seconds or something like that to make it. So when we set the time, when it is done, Edison is closing the process and says like your coffee is ready right now, and sending us a push notification. Okay. And we have used Intel Edison as a sponsor technology, and we use cloud and mobile application. Do you have something to add?
Is it an Android application or a Windows
no, it's
application?
a Windows Phone application, and we use the cloud platform as a. We use Microsoft Azure as a cloud platform. That's it.
I think that is almost it. Do we have time? I think we have time.
Which APIs does Edison use to connect to Azure? Is it just a TCP/IP connection or?
No, HTTP REST APIs we use. Azure Mobile Services is the technology which we use. We use Azure Mobile Services REST API. We connect Edison to cloud.
Okay. And we do nothing else, just the Edison and application. We have the computer just to show you guys. We don't need that. We just need the Edison, the coffee machine, and the mobile application that we can give the order from remotely, and we can go when there is a push, we can go and get it remotely. You know, when we go there.
So the overall architecture is you send a HTTP GET post request from your mobile application to the cloud, and Edison checks frequently to the cloud.
Yeah, every 2 seconds, something like this.
Edison
right?
sends a GET request frequently, and if Edison notifies to there is an order, and if after the coffee making process it's making a post request to add coffee data in the database.
And the coffee data is updating itself on the application instantly, right now, right away. When you get my coffee, and it is just right away updated on my application. Yes. I think that is almost it.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you for your time.
Thanks.
Hi, it's Serjan. I'm studying at Yıldız Technical University, and my department is Electronic and Communication Engineering.
Hi, my name is Ömer Yasin. I am a student at Marmara University. My department is Computer Engineering, and I am here.
Let's start our project's name. Our project's name F2 EVS. Longly, it's a first file early warning system. We are get some analysis about in Turkey forest fires, and we get some information about this analysis. About 16 years in Turkey, we lost 60% of forest in Turkey.
Caused by fires.
Caused by fires, and it's about 274 number different forest fire happened, and like I said, it means that 60% of Istanbul forest areas, and what we make a project for solve this. Our projects can solve this with early warning system. How it works. Our projects make send a warning message via Turkcell APIs, and it's go to nearest mobile phone of firefighting after with any sensors passing limited values. Our aim is, of course, creating early action for forest fires. We used in Arduç REST APIs and Turkcell APIs. In Arduç REST APIs, we use Arduç clouds, and with our programming, we get memory, get values from sensors, and after getting these sensors values, we make a message about with Turkcell APIs, and we are clearly working on Turkcell APIs to involve our projects, but we are now just make these projects have this message without Turkcell APIs. If we run this, warning, this temperature and carbonics are risky. Thank you very much for taking time.
So you are reading sensor data by using Arduino's API, and your aim is to send this data by using Turkcell's API
Yes.
as an SMS, right?
Explain our
But now
process.
SMS is not working, but you are able to get the data.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Dad, I have homework.
So, can I help you?
I need to print something.
You can print it by Twitter. Give it a try.
You send a tweet.
Yes. Oh my God, it's printed. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Can Erdoğan and we are the Mentalist Lab. We are from Science and Technology High School and I'm going to introduce you my teammates. He is Alkın Kas, he is Deniz Getmez, he is Alperen Miraç Kitapçı, and he is Egemer Özdemir. And we are all 15 years old. I'm going to introduce you a useful function called tweet command. It's integration of tweeting and using commands. We have several commands from our computers. One of them is shutting down the computer from your Twitter. Second of them is restarting your PC. And third of them is it can send your computer's information to your email. For example, it can send your IP to your email and it can send your location to your email, and etc. The fourth function is it can clean your recycle box in computer. And fifth, it can clean cookies. Sixth, it can open CD-ROM. And seventh, it can shut down internet. One of the best things about our production is you can give these commands to several computers from just one device. And it can be a mobile device or it can be a computer. The second great thing about it is you can develop it by yourself, and it's ready to development and it's open source. Third thing is the notifications. If you want it to happen, our programs send an email to your email address, and it can say that your email, your PC has shut down, or your cookies are clean, or your recycle box is clean. And these all things about it. That's all we want to say. Thank you.
So is there anything you want to share, your team members?
Also, thanks to the working style of Twitter, you can send the message from any telephone that can send text message, or any device that have internet access.
And another thing is you can change the name of the command. So if you want to make it personal and if you want to make it original or authentic, it's all about you. It's, the control of it is on you, and it's a really useful and easy app to control.
Also, if you want, any developer can edit or modify its code because it's open source.
So you basically send a tweet, and by using Twitter's APIs, you accessed your computer and printed this text, right?
Yes. You can control your own text. It says the text to print, and you write what you want to print. You can write it from Wikipedia, or you can do your homework from this, or you can take a printed thing from Officeworks, and it's a really useful thing to use. And for example, I'm going to make a situation, make up a situation about it. It's if you have a child, and if you want to control your child's iPad or something like that, you can use it from our TV command app. That's all I want to say. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, hello from Dublin. My name is Jose, and I'm here with Jorge and Adrian. And we've been working for the weekend on a problem that basically on a daily basis we use very different devices, and they don't all have the same capabilities. So, for instance, to answer a phone call, you generally have to go and grab your phone. But what if we could decouple the idea of having a unique identifier where someone can actually call you, but redirect that communication to some other devices? So, for instance, you might be working on your computer, or you might be watching television, and what if we could redirect that communication to those other devices? So that is actually possible nowadays with technology, and we focused on devices that have Chromium, so we can use WebRTC and notifications. And we're going to show you a high-level diagram of what we've been working on for the weekend. So here you have the diagram. We have two main actors. One is the caller, and the other one is Bob. So the caller obviously wants to call Bob. So as you can see, we've used some of the technology from the sponsors on the session this weekend, and we will talk a little bit more about that. The caller, instead of calling directly Bob's mobile device, is going to call a unique identifier that Tropo provides. And in some cases, we need to redirect the communication in some ways because of firewalls and that kind of stuff. So the guys at StreamStack have been very useful, have been very helpful with their services on stun and turn protocols. We have also written a custom server that can actually do the redirection. So as you can see, the caller comes in, and Tropo can redirect to Bob's mobile phone, or to Bob's computer using Chromium, or to Bob's television that is also somehow powered by a box that has Chromium. And Bob is going to get a notification, and Bob will be able to choose which device he wants to answer the call on. So in terms of technology, we started looking into Forge by Activision because one of their guys was here at the hackathon. But unfortunately, it was impossible to do the kind of things that we wanted to do. They had to do some kind of manual configuration, and we didn't get around to do it. So he actually recommended us to look into Twilio or Tropo. We looked into both of them, and Tropo was finally the winner because we had a few problems with both technologies, but the Tropo guys were on IRC, so they were very helpful, and they activated our accounts so that we could do the redirections and so forth, and also the StreamStack guys that provided the other services. And that is pretty much it. About the team, even though we're in Dublin, the three of us are actually from Spain. We met, Jorge and myself met a couple of months ago at another hackathon. We met Adrian here, and we're all software engineers. no experience whatsoever on communications. So yesterday we didn't know what turn or stun or sip was. so yeah, that's pretty much us for the weekend. Thanks very much.
Interesting.
Okay, very good.
Okay, so what we're going to do, as we still have about 2 hours of pitches left, we're going to draw a line under the pitches. We've nearly finished the judging. There's just 2 sponsors that I'm kicking. We hopefully within the next 10, 15 minutes, they said 5, I don't believe them, will get their they will get their awards. So hang tight. Hopefully within the next 10, 15 minutes, we'll be doing the global awards. And the way I'm going to structure it is I'm going to kick off with just a quick summary of some of the local awards. So you see all the winners across all the locations. And then we'll start with the global awards. That's going to be the new information. So hang on tight, just another 10, 15 minutes, and we'll be doing the global awards. So speak to you soon.